Hey guys, it's Kara here. I have kind of a demonstration explanation video for you guys today. I'm going to be talking about what it's like to use a menstrual cup with an IUD, and just to start off, it is totally possible. I've never had a single problem with it. I know that most menstrual cup sites list that you should ask your doctor beforehand, but all IUDs are pretty much the same with the way that the strings are. You can kind of see that there. I'll use that in my demonstration just to kind of explain it a little bit. I have a really low cervix, which is probably the most risk for having an issue with using the two together. And the only issue that there can be is when you pull out your menstrual cup, you fold it shut. If you pinch down and grab the strings and then pull out, you'll pull your IUD out. Or you might not pull it all the way out, or you could partially dislodge it, and that's not good. There's not really any way for you or the doctor to fix it after that. You'll just have to have it pulled all the way out and have a new one inserted, and likely you'll have to pay for that, which would not be fun. So I'm going to show you kind of what that looks like. Well, I guess without the strings first. So here is what it looks like to have a low cervix with a menstrual cup. This is a small ruby cup, and this is about how my cup sits. My cervix sits about that much onto the inside of the cup. When I insert my finger into my vagina, the furthest that it's ever gone when my cervix is up high is about the full length of my finger. When it's low, it can be down to the first knuckle, but it's usually around the second knuckle. So when you look at that compared to the menstrual cup, you can see why my cervix has to sit inside the cup. So yeah, it just looks kind of like that. The cervix is just kind of a nub. It feels like the tip of your nose. If you don't know, I have another video explaining this. You can go and find that. And this is what a IUD string looks like out of your cervix. This is about the typical length that it would be when you first leave the doctor's office, although you can ask them to cut it shorter. I did not, because no matter how short it is, it's going to be still inside my cup. See if I can get it in a position that you can see the string in there. Yeah. So it's always either inside the cup, or if you insert your cup, it might stay on the outside like this. It might kind of be even rolled up like around your cervix where it doesn't even have any contact with the cup. It just depends, and you can't really tell once you've inserted your cup, because if it's inside the cup, you can't find it. And if it goes inside the cup like this, it's pointing up and it's still inside the cup, so you can't find it. So you'll never know. When I'm pulling out a cup, I'm always looking, I don't know, not really looking for, because I do use cups that don't have this feature, but cups with a kind of nub on the end that, it's like just a big hard piece at the end that you can kind of grab onto, as opposed to the cup just squishing down flat. That's really nice, because then you can pinch just that nub and know that you aren't pinching the cup all the way flat. You can see that the cup's still open at the bottom. So if my string is all the way down in there and I pinch the cup flat, the string will just pull right out. So that is an issue, especially if you're brand new with a menstrual cup. I've been using a menstrual cup for, I don't know, like 3 years now, maybe 2.5, 3. Since before I started this channel, so I don't know exactly. And if your menstrual cup goes with the strings up here, there's nothing to worry about, because the strings are up and out of the way, and no matter where you grab, nothing's going to happen. But if your strings are down inside of the cup and you only pinch the bottom down and pull out, your string comes out just fine. And as you can see, there are 2 strings. I forgot to mention that, because the loop on the IUD, you can see that, that loop is what's tied around, and then you have 2 separate strings hanging down. And after a while, especially if you've been using a menstrual cup or having sex or anything that is inside your vagina, maybe even using a tampon, your strings do get kind of like kinked up, and they aren't like a thread like this. I don't know exactly what material they're made out of, but they're not metal, but they're not plastic. It might be like a woven nylon or something, so they can kind of get bent and then stay in that shape. So then it's kind of like that. That's kind of like how my string is. It's kind of just all bent up, but it does still straighten out flat sometimes. And if you have an IUD, you know that you do monthly checks, so you'll know if anything feels wrong. because you have to be able to find the strings and make sure they're about the same length and make sure that nothing hard, like the end stick point of the IUD, is sticking out of your cervix. I hope this video helps just kind of explain how that situation works and that it is definitely possible to use a menstrual cup and completely safe as long as you're careful. That's it. I will see you next video.